Hello there, this is Shirdel7221 and welcome to part 2 of the introduction to my HD MUGEN battles. So today we are going to be looking at my entire roster. Now before we start I want to quickly, just for a split second, talk about what I had in mind when I was making the roster. So of course rosters like TKs, M.U.G.E.N to some extent, Oro Crimson to some extent, and of course Matadopoulos, they have a lot of characters, and adding a bunch of characters and making them all notable, and it's quite hard, especially when you're doing 1 versus 1 battles like I'm doing, to feature a lot of characters in the first series and make a lot of the characters memorable. So what I decided to do was go for a smaller roster. This is much smaller. This is just under 100 characters in total. And my roster at its maximum can take exactly 100 characters. But as you can see, it has exactly 90 if you do not count the Mercedes-Benz and the Mario logo there. Now, I have, as I said before, instead gone for characters that are of an extremely high quality, spending the time that I would take making a ton having a ton of characters, instead focusing on choosing the best characters. It's a more thorough process, and because of that I've also made less portraits for characters. For example here, those are these small portraits, about half of them were done by myself. For example, you can see Goku there, that wasn't done by me, Guile wasn't done by me, but a lot of them were done by me. You can see Hatsune Miku next to him, next to Guile, that was done by me. Rugal was done by me, as you can see. Mizuchi and Orochi were done by me, so were Gogeta and Vegeta in the bottom. Just a few examples. Now, of course, my portrait work got much better as time went along, and it was very hard to find good pictures for some of the portraits. So there are going to be some white outlines somewhere, there are going to be some slightly weird portraits, but it should not detract from the overall quality of the series, I'm sure. Or at least it shouldn't do, unless if you're really picky. And I'm pretty picky, so if this is good enough for me, it should be good enough for you lot. Now, without further ado, let's go through my entire roster for Series 1 of HD MUGEN Math. We're going to be starting with these 2 characters at the top, then we're going to be going through B tier, through the whole of A tier, through A star tier, and then finally through S tier. There are, as you can see, a few duplicate portraits, and this is the reasons I'll be explaining later on. Mainly, different versions of very similar characters. So, as you can see here, this is called Shirdel7221. That is not actually a character. That is the huge portrait of my logo, as you can see in the middle. That's how I did it. It's very clever. If you can think about it, that's how it's done. Now let me show you how the big portraits work. There you go, there's one. That's Mercedes-Benz. I even went through the effort of doing a bloody Mercedes for the big portrait. I can't remember who the Mercedes was made by, but it's basically the car challenge from Street Fighter 2, and he will be this challenge will be taking premise in the Dragon Ball Z vs Street Fighter mini-series. This is World-1. This is not actually Mario. This is not Mario. He is not in my roster because his AI is a bit weird and he's a bit cheap. So I didn't add him. And it's also overused to hell. But it's actually World-1 by, I can't quite remember who, unfortunately. World-1 will not, from Super Mario Bros. 1, will not actually be featured in my first series. I'm going to be saving that for later on. But I have it in my roster anyway, just because. Now, let's go through my list. Now, this is B tier. All of these tiers are not actual characters, they're just definition files that hold a sprite file with just one small portrait inside the sprite file. That's all they are. If I actually tried a battle with this character, MUGEN would crash. Okay? Now, let's go through my roster properly this time. This is Akuma. This character was created by Vin. This is a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 version of Akuma. Now, his AI is extremely aggressive. When he gets a super, he will use it as soon as he gets an opportunity. Most of the time it will hit, but sometimes he will miss. He's a very solid fighter, but a little too, I would say, very aggressive, extremely aggressive. This is Kami. Kami was created by Phantom of the Server. This is not the version that TK uses, thank God. Her AI was created by P-Tan. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, sorry. You're Japanese anyway, so you probably will not see this video. Now, her AI is very solid. She makes it's hard to escape her. She can be very defensive, but it's hard to keep sight of her. She's extremely fast. And again, she will use supers when she gets them, but only at the end of combo streams. That's much better than what Akuma does, for example, say. This is Captain Ginyu of the Ginyu Force by Stig87. This character, of course, has been featured in Neo Mega Man's channel before. So, those of you who came along from his channel will know exactly who this character is. He likes to abuse his level 2 ground super a lot. And his AI is a bit random, but it's solid. This is Shizuru from King of Fighters. Shizuru has been created by Rio 2005, and her AI is by Saizi. I hope, or Saizi, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Now that's a good example of a not brilliant portrait, but again, it will not matter in the actual thing. Because I like portraits quite good, I guess. Now, Shizuru is a very solid character. Probably one of the hardest characters in my BT roster, just very solid. The only reason she's not in 80 is because her moves do lack a punch, but her combos most certainly do have that punch. This is Cornflakes Sagat. Yes, Cornflakes Sagat. I have not misspelled that name. That is Cornflakes Sagat. He has been created by Master Goken, based on his Capcom vs SNK 2 appearance, or Capcom vs SNK 1, I'm not sure which. And he has been edited by my good friends at Donated Kibbles. I will not be explaining how this character is going to work, but he is pretty crazy. Look forward to his debut. You have no idea. This is Demon King Dabura by Stig87. Again, slightly random AI, but it is built in, so what can you expect? He's a very solid character and can be a bit cheap at times. This is Dr. Giro by Shojin. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. You can see a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters. His AI is a lot more solid than, say, Captain Ginyu or Dabura's. Very competitive, and it's quite hard to beat. And he will, most of the time when he uses his supers, they will hit. But long range can be his victim. The medium range is his main problem. If you can get in the right range, then you can beat him. But for a lot of our BT characters, it should be quite tricky. This is the classic Evil Ken by Ryu Ben-Ki. Rest in peace, my good friend. I never actually met. And updated to MUGEN 1.0 by Phantom of the Server himself. This is an extremely solid AI. It might have been weakened by Phantom of the Server's 1.0 upgrade, but it is still extremely commendable. And I would say that, as someone who's tested some matches myself with a player character, one of the most entertaining to fight against for sure. This is Evil Ryu, again, by Ryu Ben-Ki and updated to MUGEN 1.0 by Phantom of the Server himself. And again, very similar to Evil Ken, but possibly slightly weaker, it depends. They're very close though. This is Jin Kazama by Sean Oldley. And I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, sorry if I haven't, again. I like to be very strict with pronunciations, because of my own name. Anyway, Jin is from Tekken. He's the only good Tekken character that has some AI at all. His AI is extremely aggressive, so make sure that you don't give him momentum. It is quite hard for him to connect his level 3 super though, but his other two often do hit quite a lot. This is Cooler Diamond from SNK, King of Fighters something or other, by P-Tan, the same person who did Kami's AI. was created by. This is a King of Fighters 13 version, that's right, from the PlayStation. This game is MUGEN from the 90s. It can run a 2000 and something, 10, 11, I'm not sure, one of the two, character from a game, from a PS3 game perfectly. That is why I like MUGEN in a nutshell. It has aged stupendously well. This is Mr. Satan, the champ himself, by children. He has AI by, it's a very weird name. It's just one letter. It's a, from what I've gathered from trying to translate the name, I think it either means rank, follow, or it's some kind of suffix or prefix to some name or something like that, or to names. Mr. Satan has got a very solid AI. I would say he's got an A-tier worthy AI, but he himself is quite a weak character, and that's why I put him in B-tier to start off. This is Pocket's Shingoki, and he has been created by Phantom of the Server, and his AI is by the new upstart Shin Smoke. Shin Smoke's AI is very good, very impressive. It's also quite fun to fight against. He can be a bit predictable at times after you fought against his AI for a while, but other AI have not at all. So I think he's quite a good character, and certainly do not underestimate him. Do not, it will be your downfall. This is Radix by Tomo. What I'm going to say is Kibbles, you know about this character. You know what we found out. I'm not saying anymore. This is Robo Sagalo by the Nun. This is the only Nun character that I have in my roster because all the others have horrible screamers, and I actually do have a phobia of screamers. I do not like them. But like them. Seriously, I found two in this Mega Tiger Wizard. It's just horrible. Not using Gigas though. The Robo prefix has been tacked on by Meep140, my good friend, and he has changed all of Sagalo's voices into a more robotic style, and I think he's done a couple of other edits as well. He's done a palette edit and a couple of other things as well, I'm pretty sure. This is Regular Sagat by Adamski. This is based on his Street Fighter 2 appearance. And he's actually a very solid character, do not underestimate him. I want to say quickly, Robo Sagalo is of course based on Sagalo, who is one of the best characters in the Mega Man's roster. I just had to say that quickly. Okay. This is Sakura by Phantom of the Server, based on the Capcom vs SNK 2 version, but has features from other games as well, like Street Fighter Alpha 2 or 3, and 3 others. And she has AI by Shin Smoke once again. The AI is very good. The only criticism I have is that she uses her level 3, I'm not quite sure the name is, but level 3 Hadouken super very quickly, and oftentimes it's blocked. Or the other character can dodge it. But that's all really. This is Sentinel by X-Slort. This is based on, this is the same Sentinel that Onslaught uses from TK's roster. So, he's a very hard character. His AI may not be fantastic, but he is really, really nasty. Do not underestimate him by any stretch of the mind. This is a relatively new character. This is Shredder by DCat. I hope I pronounced that right once again. He is a little glitchy. He has a slight problem with how he chaotic, but he's an extremely, extremely good character. And once the bugs are fixed, I will of course update him on my series. He's a really good character, and he's got a pretty decent AI as well. So, really, very good character, Shredder, from of course Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. Now we go on to A tier. We are starting off with Adelheid Bernstein by Jin, and his AI is by a Japanese person whose name I don't know. Adele is a really nasty character with that genocide cutter and all those really other lovely moves that Rugal has, and moves that he does have himself. Very tough character to beat, especially when he's on the roll. And his AI does, of course, take advantage of slight corner combo glitch that Adele has, but you will probably see at some point in the future. Really nasty. This is Android 16 on TK's roster. He has been created by M.U.G.E.N and his AI is by, I'm going to call him Rank, which I don't actually know his name. Android 16 is a very defensive character, but his defense is impeccable. I'd say arguably the best defense in a at least even somewhat balanced character. Really good defense. He will use grabs as soon as he gets the opportunity. He is a brilliant AI, but just possibly too defensive against characters that have ways, their own special ways to crack through defense that the AI does not predict. That's the only criticism I have. This is Android 18 by Big Ellie King and Stig87, and the AI has been created by Sylvan. Hold on. So I'll work this commentary. Android 18's AI is pretty good, I have to say. Very, very good AI, without a doubt. There's really not much I can say. It's just really solid character, really solid AI. It's as simple as that. This is Athena by P-Town, again, the same person who did the AI of Kami and made Cooler Diamond. Very interesting character, I have to say. So we'll see how she does. Again, very interesting character. Not much more I can say. This is Chun-Li by Wawasaki 3, based on her Capcom vs SNK 2 appearance. In fact, pretty much directly ripped almost 99% perfect replication of her Capcom vs SNK 2 version. She will be an EX group in all their matches, by the way. And again, her AI is by P-Tan, who does like doing female AI, I have to say. I mean, female characters. Then Kami, Cooler, Athena, and now Chun-Li. Very solid character. There's really not much I can say again. This is Frieza by M.U.G.E.N. Really, really nasty character. This version of Frieza will use his arms in round 1, and his AI difficulty has been set to the maximum for maximum entertainment. Again, really not much I can say. A very solid character, and some of his supers really do hurt when they're used effectively. And this AI does use them very effectively. This is Geese Howard by Phantom of the Server. His AI is by the impeccable M.U.G.E.N. Again, this is an M.U.G.E.N AI. He is one of the best AI creators in existence. Unfortunately, he has appeared to have retired now, but he has left behind a legendary string of characters. Again, this is by the same guy who did the AI for Shin Goki, and we all know how good his AI is. This is Gil by GM. This is a almost perfect Street Fighter 3 third strike rip of Gil. It has both of his awesome supers and his resurrection technique. Because he has the resurrection technique, he does not have a partner, because if in certain situations he can resurrect himself 3 times in a row, or possibly even more. It's really not nice. This is God Rugal by Wabuzaki 3. His AI is by Toby Cage, partially and almost entirely by a brand new AI, which is from Yuki. And I have uploaded a video, as you may have seen before, of Yuki's AI, God Rugal, taking on Toby Cage's AI, and Yuki's AI just about double flawless Toby Cage's. You have no idea what God Rugal is capable of. When I fight against him as a player, I am also lucky if I can even get a hit, even by being as cheap as I possibly can. With a balanced character, of course. You do not want to mess with him. And seriously, he is a fantastic character with possibly the best AI patch in existence. Do not mess! This is Goku by MUGEN. Again, his AI is by rank. Again, a very great solid AI. You will have seen him before in the Metalocalypse's videos and a few of TK's. Really, very solid, great character from Dragon Ball Z. And of course, says the name Son Goku very well. But arguably not quite as well as Goku Z2. That's right, I've got two Gokus just because this character right here is MUGEN Guild Character of the Year 2011. He is one of the greatest characters in existence, and when he fights you will find out why. His AI is also by rank. That's right, you heard me. He's been created by Cybaster and Bafalza, or Cybathausa, I don't know. I hope I pronounced those right, guys. He is a great character, and with SS and with Super Saiyan Goku Z2 coming out, I really hope that he gets an AI patch as well, as well as Vegeta Z2. Well, I'm only using Goku. I'm just using Goku because only Goku has AI. But they are some of the greatest characters. Seriously, check them out. Hold on. This is Guile by J. Morphman. His AI is by MKII. All I will say is Sonic Boom. Really, no more needs to be said. This is Hatsune Miku. I do not know who she's made by, but you will know her from TK's videos. And again, huge thanks for him allowing me to use Miku. Miku is a great character. She has just so much. She has so many features, and her AI is pretty nasty as well, and takes full advantage of those features, which completely confuses almost any other AI. If she gets... The only way to kill her, the only way to kill this AI is momentum. If you get momentum on your side and you stop her from using her Son Supers, then that's the only way really that you can beat this AI. It's really nasty. This is Iori Yagami from King of Fighters fame. He's been created by Yagami and Aidu8316. I hope that's pronounced right again. Really solid character, really, not much I can say once again. It's a great character that does his King of Fighter versions proud. This is Jin from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I believe, created by Nobuyuki. His sprite patches might not be brilliant, but his sprites may not be brilliant, but his AI is very solid, and the way the character is made is extremely solid. So don't judge him on how he looks, because he can really pack a punch. This is K-Dash by Beppu and Hazakura, and K-Dash is has an all-round great AI. You do not want to mess with this character, because if he gets you in the corner, then his corner combos will utterly annihilate you. You have no idea. Fantastic character. This is Ken by Phantom of the Surfer and J. Morphman, and his AI is by SK. That's right, he has great AI, SK. And as a relatively new character, all things considered, Ken's AI is great. Absolutely great, and he's a really well made character as well. Seriously, look out for him. This is Krillin by Stig87. Thanks to TK for allowing me to use it, and thanks to Neo Mega Man as well. His AI is by rank as well. Really not much I can say. Very solid. Once he gets momentum, he will kill you super quick. Do not underestimate him. This is Kusanagi by KOD. His AI is by Nanashi. There's really not much I can say about Kusanagi either. Just great character. Really. Very solid character. Very solid AI. Once again. This is Kyo by KOD. His AI again is by Nanashi. And again, very solid character, very solid AI. There's not much which separates these last two characters. Not much at all. This is Mizuchi. and Mizuchi should actually be after Master Ryu and Master Ken. I will have to fix that, do not worry, that will be promptly fixed. Alphabetical order, my bad. By Auron. Mizuchi's AI is very good, he's a very cheap character, but not as cheap as Orochi himself. Do not underestimate him. He's also really hard to combo, very hard to combo. Great character. This is M. Bison, the Master. He's been created by Phantom of the Server. His AI is by M.U.G.E.N as well. Again, those two, you know, the character pots, the characters Phantom of the Server makes, and the AI M.U.G.E.N makes, it's just a combo made in heaven. It really is. M. Bison is a great character, and his AI is fantastic. All you need is an inch of momentum and boom, you're gone. This is Master Ken by M.U.G.E.N and Phantom of the Server. His AI again is by SK, and there's really not much I can say. He's pretty funny character. Wait till you see him. This is Master Ryu by Phantom of the Server. He has been patched by M.U.G.E.N for compatibility with M.U.G.E.N's Ken, and his AI is by M.U.G.E.N and Shin Smoke combined. The best parts of 2 AI patches. Great stuff. Master Ryu, great character. His combos are nasty. He just does tons of damage. Just fantastic. This is Omega Rugal by Aki. His AI is by Toby Cage, the same person who originally did God Rugal's AI. Because of that, Omega Rugal is an OP bastard, and his AI is better than over half of my roster. You're going to be seeing him win a lot of matches, trust me. This is Orochi Iori by Auron. Again, it's not much I can say. His AI is quite decent, but it's the character itself that's deadly. He is a deadly character. Just do not let him combo you, or you're half dead already. This is Perfect Sale by M.U.G.E.N. He's been created with the intention of being a boss character. He has the best parts of 2 AI by Rank and Net. And Perfect Sale is a combo fiend. Of course, Rank is a very solid AI patcher, and he has done a fantastic job on Perfect Sale, but Net has absolutely exploited what Perfect Cell is capable of. He is a combo fiend. Wait until you see him. You're going to love it. This is Piccolo by M.U.G.E.N. His AI is by Rank and M.U.G.E.N combined. And again, his AI is fantastic. Do not underestimate Piccolo. Great character. This is Rock Howard, one of the best fighting game characters, one of the most unseen and underrated fighting game characters in existence, in my opinion. He's been created by Warazaki 3, and his AI is by MKII. Very solid character, and his AI is very solid. I'm not sure. No, it's just a really solid character. Look out, because he will smash you to pieces. This is just normal Bernstein, Regal Bernstein, by Warazaki 3, and his AI is only by Yuki, no Toby Cage. Yuki's AI for Rugal is not quite as good as his AI for God Rugal, but still extremely strong and will do a lot of hurt to you. This is Ryu, again by Phantom of the Server, patched by M.U.G.E.N, AI by M.U.G.E.N and Shin Smoke. This is, of course, a solid character. You do not want to mess with him. Great character. This is Shin Goki, the demon himself. He has been created by Phantom of the Server, and his AI is by M.U.G.E.N. But compared to the character versions that the Metalocalypse, Oro Crimson and TK have, my version has Shin Smoke's AI integrated as well. This makes him faster, deadlier, more combo powerful, harder to hit. Shin Smoke's AI features have improved Shingoki to a new level. He is even deadlier now than ever before. You really want to look out for Shingoki. Seriously. This is Shin Meat 140 by Phantom of the Server. You can guess who edited this character. What Meat has done is basically has slightly reduced Shingoku's health even more, past his 85% to sound like 80%, I'm not sure, as I think he's done that. He has lowered the amount of damage which Shingoku is capable of, but has improved his speed. But he only has M.U.G.E.N's AI, and as Shin Smoke's AI has improved Shingoku's speed, I'm not actually sure if Shin Meep is faster. We'll have to find out. And we will find out. This is Super Saiyan Trunks by Children. Again, solid character, solid AI. Not much more I can say. This is Super Saiyan Vegeta by Children and Stig87. His AI is by rank, even though it was originally created for regular Vegeta. And I, personally, also did a little bit of AI editing with this character. Basically Super Saiyan Vegeta has 2 more moves than regular Vegeta does. I created the AI for those 2 moves. Just 2 moves. But I put a lot of effort into it. I think he's a pretty solid character, and I'm not going to bias him just because I made a bit of AI for him, I can assure you that. He's got just as much chance as any other character of winning. But I have put a lot of effort into his AI, and you will see that the 2 moves I did edit are pretty well done, as well as the rest of Rank's AI. Great character, and stupendous AI, if I will say so myself. This is Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan by, once again, Shujin, and his AI is by M.U.G.E.N. This is a great character, and his AI is very good. Even though I would say that his AI is not quite as good as Shingoku's, for example. But M.U.G.E.N has still done quite a lot with this character. It's pretty good. I'm sorry, I've talked a little too much. I'm going to try and speed this up a little. This is Vegeta by Children. His AI is by rank. Again, very similar to Super Saiyan Vegeta. But is he better? We'll have to find out. This is Violent Ken by Phantom of the Server and Jay Morpman. His AI is by SK. Again, very good character. Very solid character. Not much more I can say. Now we come to a star tier. We're over 3/5 of the way, so not too long now. These 2 characters are Azura. One is by Alex Lexus, and the other is by Mayako. Now, I could not choose which character was better, so as HD Media Battle 4, we are going to be having these 2 characters fight against each other in the Blue Portal. We're going to be talking about stages in a little while, but after these characters. But basically, only one will survive on my roster. I just had to choose on screen. This is Broly by the Necromancer. He's slightly different compared to TK's version. Basically, his sprites are a little lower quality, but his AI is stronger. For me, I think that is, as an AI featured roster, a very good trade-off. This is Cursor by N. Mario, one of the first characters created in M.U.G.E.N. The only reason he is in a star tier, despite only having a couple of moves, is because he has armor, he can't be juggled, he's hard to hit as well. So I think it's balanced itself out. This is Cyberkuma by Bast. His AI is by N-Cube. He is based on his Marvel Superheroes version, but has slight elements of Shingoku within him. The reason why he is in a star tier is because his supers hurt. They are actually more powerful than they are in Marvel Superheroes. They seriously do a lot of damage, almost a third health for level 1 super. It's a level 1 Shingoku Satsu, for goodness sakes, it's crazy. And his AI is extremely solid. I would say it's around the same level as Godboogle's. So, more powerful than Godboogle, and AI that's just as good? Yeah, that's definite A star tier. This is Dormammu Rugal by Auron, and his AI is by Dorgi. I hope I pronounced that right. Basically, what Dormammu Rugal is it's Dormammu from Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, almost perfectly, 99% perfectly ripped from MVC3 sprites, and the sprites look really good, and the coding and how the combos work is practically identical. The only thing that's slightly off is X Factor, because it's only one character, it's not the 3 character thing that the way else Marvel vs. Capcom 3 works. And it has God Rugal sprites, and that might sound a little silly, but think about how an MVC3 character would work in MUGEN. Yeah, this is a nasty character, and just wait until you see how he plays. His AI is very loyal to how professional players use Dormammu in real life. He uses real life combos. He is nasty. He is literally a professional AI. This is Dark God Ryu by M.U.G.E.N, and it's been edited by the Meddler Z and Angsty Maya Link. Basically what they've done is they've given him a ton of power, so that basically both he and his opponent will have infinite supers, but he can super cancel out of combos and juggles. He's nasty, really nasty, and he has harder AI than normal Evil Ryu. That's just nasty. This is Dragon Claw by M.U.G.E.N. The difference is that he has AI by Net, the same person who did Perfect Cells, and his AI is stupendously solid. He can get near 100 hit combos. It is crazy. This is Gogeta by Super Mystery. His AI is at its absolute hardest. The reason why he is an A starter is because he has an instant teleport. He has instant transmission, basically. Not only that, he has really nasty combos. He has got pressure that is almost impossible to get out of. He has a level 3 super that is full screen and will take off over 2/3 of your health. He is a nasty character with AI that completely shamelessly utilizes all of his features. This is Kid Gohan by Mayu. His AI is by rank. You might be thinking, Kid Gohan in a higher tier than Teen Gohan. The reason for this is because of his combos. Rank has done a stupendous job with Kid Gohan, and basically his combos do stupid amounts of damage. Near death damage with no supers. With a level 3 super, comboing into a level 3 super will kill you. He's nasty. Comboing into a level 1 super might kill you if he's lucky enough. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, wrong way. This is Kid Goku, but again by Super Mystery. The reason why he is in A starter is because he also has instant transmission for some reason. And he has an Ape form level 3 super, as well as AI that's just as hard as Gogeta's. His Ape form has armor. It is OP. He has a full screen, quarter damage, beam super in Ape form. And he gets a super, and he gets super level stupid quick in his Ape. He's really, really nasty. Seriously. This is King Godzilla, created by K, and his AI is by another different Japanese person. Don't underestimate him, he's a melee-based version of Godzilla, and he will do a lot of damage. Look out for him. This is Magneto, a master of magnetism, by Kyoko, I don't know. Basically, he's pretty nasty. I think he's pretty much based off his Marvel vs. Capcom 3 appearance. He is really, really nasty. He's just got a load of dirty features that are really nasty. Even though he can't combo much, the main reason why he's in A star tier is because he has a full screen, really quick, half a second, unblockable laser beam called the Disruptor, and it's nasty. Seriously, look out for Magneto. You give him the range, you give him the super, he will tear you to pieces, man. It's crazy. This is Orochi by KJHA, and Basically, he has 10 super bars, and he gets super with his supers, meaning he can do a death combo 3 super chain. Basically, what he will do is, if he has 3 super bars out of his 10, he will hit you, he'll do a full screen super, then he'll combo it into another full screen super, then he'll combo it into another full screen super, and he'll kill you. Okay, how does that sound? That sounds cheap, right? Yeah, it's pretty bloody cheap. He's an A-star tier for this exact reason. Yeah, really not a nice character. Just really not nice. Basically, in King of Fighters 97 or 98, one of the two, he is a cheap boss. The only reason he's even beatable is because he doesn't have AI. This mutant version is basically that, exactly the same, but it's even harder to beat, and he actually does have AI. So yeah, GG. This is Seto Kaiba by Ju. His AI is by M.U.G.E.N. Basically, he's really nasty, really aggressive. His combos might not do much damage, his attacks might not do much damage, but he is just really quick, and he's very pressurized. It's hard to escape him. It's hard to do damage to him. Really nasty. This is Shin Bison by Kamikaze. You will have found him in TK's roster, but in TK's roster he is in his 50% mode. Here he is in his 100% mode. What this means is that he cannot be grabbed. Basically he has full access to supers, but in return he cannot be grabbed. He can't block. That's right, he cannot block, but he has unlimited supers. That's the trade-off he has, and he does not hesitate to use them. He doesn't spam them, but if he gets a hit in, you can expect to see a lot of your health go bye-bye. Really nasty character. This is Solid Snake by Sean Oatley, and his AI is by M.U.G.E.N, the same person who's done Seto Kaiba's. The reason why he is in that A-star tier is because M.U.G.E.N's AI has a slight glitch where occasionally, if he's in the ground combo, he will just break out of it and he'll hit you. It's weird. Not to mention his AI is pretty nasty anyway. Not a nice character. Now we move on to rest here. Hold on a moment. Okay, this is Abyss by X-Lord. You will have seen him in TK's roster. Huge thanks to him for allowing me to use his character. I just used him to fill the spaces really, because I didn't really want to use him because he isn't TK's roster, he's TK's character. But alas, it's just to fill in the spaces. Very solid character. All 3 forms will be used. It's really nasty. This is all second revival. I couldn't use the big 4 trait because, well, I don't really have anything to work with. It's a custom character. All second revival is by Crucifix, and her AI is by Ryder. You will have seen her in S tier in TK's roster, right? Really nasty character. She has an AI patch on my roster that she does not on TK's. Yeah, she is nasty. Really nasty. This is Darth Vader by Gugu64. And I have no words for this character. I have no words for this character. You just have to watch. Seriously. This is Destroyer EX by Tukultin and Snowwolf. And he's pretty broken. He will not be using his health regenerative version in my roster because that's virtually unkillable. Is by normal means. Not using that. This is Dreamform Sula by Crucifix. Hey, her AI is by Ryder. That's right. The demonic duo that TK uses in his roster, that team, is in my roster. Exactly the same, but with AI. Imagine that. It's crazy. Oh. This is God Orochi by Oron. He is in his boss mode. And he is the original cheap character. Before Kuma came along. Before all the others came along. Really, really a nasty character. You do not want to go near him. This is Godzilla EX by Snowwolf. And again, like Destroyer EX, very nasty character, very hard to beat. This is Joke Master Mechasonic by Rock Rage 8962. And again, no big portrait because, well, no, don't have much to work with. Very hilarious, funny character and extremely hard to beat as well. He has got a very comfortable home in my roster, I can assure you. Now we come to the one quite a few of you will have been waiting for. You have seen him in the Metalocalypse's roster. You have seen him in all Crimson's roster. He will soon be debuting in DK's roster. This is the ultimate character. This is the unbeaten Limiter Cup Broly. His Super Saiyan 5 form has not been beaten. It has only been taken to a draw. That is minus time limits, you know. He has 4 different forms, but he will only be using his weakest form on my roster unless I specifically say so. Because otherwise he is just stupid cheap. This is Psycho Shredder 3.0 by Dark Masters, and he is extremely hard to kill. Just a nasty character all round. This is the classic Rarakun by Phantom of the Server. There was no way I could make a roster without this guy. No way. You know who he is. I'm just going to carry on. This is Schism Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta by Tops. I'm not sure. I know that's an abbreviation, but I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, he's a really nasty character. So cheap, I shit myself. And this is Schism Vegeta, again by Tops. And again, he is just as nasty as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Really nasty. This is Super Mario 64 by Hanyu. And again, really nasty character. Just really nasty, really cheap. You know him. You know the one. Right, you know the one. This is Super Overlord Meep by X-Lord and edited by Meep140. That's right, Meep is on my roster and he is deadlier than ever. Really, do not underestimate him. He is nasty, nasty, nasty. With the Metalocalypse in hiatus, he will be in full time on my roster. Really, he is a nasty piece of work. And finally, we have Symbiote Onslaught by Onslaught X and edited by Excursion and Steva76. And yeah, he's pretty nasty as well. He has 2 forms. He's going to be tagged with Abyss. Just not a nice character all. Now this is, ladies and gentlemen, my entire roster. From A to Z, B to S. Really nasty roster. Brilliant roster, if I say so myself. I hope this video didn't drag on too long. I know a lot of you will not have watched this all the way through. But it doesn't matter because you'll be seeing my characters in the following videos to come. Tomorrow, restart my series properly. HD MUGEN Matter 1, I can tell you, will be Goku Z2 versus Ryu on the Luminance City. Before we go, I just want to quickly choose 2 characters around. Let's choose either Ken or either Ryu, because why not? I'm going to show you very quickly how some of my stages. This is World 1-1 for obvious reasons. This is the training room, stage 0-720. Battle with Boo. This is Bliss by Donated Kibbles. Bonus stage for the Card Challenge. Berlin Zarko and Capcom vs SFK2 with God Boogle's music. The exact same stage but with Shingoku's music. Cloudy Grasslands by I don't know who. I'm not going to say the names if the people made it. Crowded Downtown from Street Fighter 4 by Cybuster. Desert Battle from Dragon Ball Z. Destroyed Namek from Dragon Ball Z, Destroyed Temple from Street Fighter 4, Earth Rocks from Dragon Ball Z, Eternal Darkness from Tekken 2, you know the one, Final Battle from Dragon Ball Z, Fukusawa Ocean by I don't know what, Hermes from some game, I can't remember which one. I think it's called Chaos Code actually, that's the one. Hyperbolic Time Chamber from Dragon Ball Z, Hyperbolic Time Chamber 2 from Dragon Ball Z, Infinity World from Dragon Ball Z, Lost Cathedral from Soul Calibur 3, Luminance City, a custom-made stage. Miku Lounge, again a custom-made stage. These last two, these two here, are incredible stages. Incredible stages. You will not see these stages on anyone else's rosters. It's crazy. Metal Beard Castle by Phantom of the Server. Moonlit Wilderness from Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Mountainside Temple, a default stage that comes with MUGEN. Night of the Fireflies. New York City Alley from Street Fighter 4. Otaru Knight from Dragon Ball Z. Rooftop Battle with Tekken 4's authentic sky music with rainfall, with raindrop effects. Reused stage from Street Fighter 2. And again reused stage from Street Fighter 2. They are nighttime and sunset versions. This is Saiyan Pride by Nod for Vegeta Z2. Great stage. This is a fantastic stage, by the way. This stage is going to be reserved for very special battles. This is Seaside Building. That is Semblance of Liberty, a planet stage. Skies Over Angmore by Phantom of the Server. Temple of the Golden Dragon, a great stage. Tenkaichi Budokai from Dragon Ball Z. The Blue Portal. Now, there are two stages here, the Portal and the Blue Portal. The Blue Portal will be used for matches for characters that may possibly be removed from a roster or demoted if they lose. So, basically, if a character fights on this stage, then this stage will only be used if a character has a chance of being demoted or removed from the roster. Apart from its free stint that I will use it for in Dragon Ball Z vs Street Fighter. Likewise, the Portal will be used for promotion matches or induction matches. So if a character might go up a tier, or they could be introduced to the roster, they will be fighting on this stage. And they will also be using it for a brief stint in Dragon Ball Z vs Street Fighter. More stages I have are the Cell Games from Dragon Ball Z, the Graveyard from Mortal Kombat, the Greatest Saiyans by I don't know who, the Universal Arena Craig Marduk mix that you will have seen on TK's roster before. It's a great stage, but I am also going to be using the music that comes with it, that TK does not use because of memory. I do not have any memory problems. I do not have any hardware restrictions. I will be using music, and that music there is fantastic, and you will regret having not heard it. It's a fantastic thing. I will only be using this stage for, again, special matches such as, say, tournament finals, things like that. This is Volcano Gelbo from Dragon Ball GT, and finally the Waterfall Dojo from some stage by Phantom of the Server. And also, just finally, the Eternal Darkness stage will be reserved for certain things. Now, that is my roster. That is my roster entirely. Thank you for watching these two introduction videos. Tomorrow comes Goku Z2 vs Ryu on Luminance City. Do not miss it. Ichimura Battles 1 and 2. The series begins tomorrow. This is what you have been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what you probably haven't been waiting for. But you may or may not be excited to watch nonetheless. It begins tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Shirdel out.